Hi, I'm Shannon McDougall, founder of softballtutor.com. Let's talk about self-talk. Are you aware of how you talk to yourself during competition and training? Are you aware of how you talk to yourself in your daily life? Self-talk is something I bet you actually do every day. I challenge you to be consciously aware of your thoughts for one day. You'd be surprised at the things that you say. It's something that just happens naturally. There's probably good and also some not so good things that you say to yourself all the time. During performance, your self-talk can have a huge effect on your performance. If you tell yourself how bad you are at a skill, chances are you'll prove that to yourself when the opportunity presents itself. Sometimes it can become a habit to tell yourself how poorly you're doing. We learn how to talk to ourselves from our environment, which most of the time focuses on the things that need to be improved instead of the things that we're doing well. Consistently telling yourself to get it right is not useful if you're not considering specific things about your skill that you want to get right. The side effect of a discussion like this is that it may be more destructive than positive. With those words, you can decrease your confidence all on your own without anyone else's assistance. The goals and objectives included in this application are to help you to become aware of how you talk to yourself and, if needed, to change the negative self-talk into positive self-talk. For example, changing a sentence like, "I can't do this," to, "I'm going to get this by." This change of focus to a more productive one is designed to have you moving forward and away from the event that caused you to talk negatively to yourself in the first place. We learn how to talk to ourselves through our environment. If you've grown up hearing negative things about your skills and abilities, then negativity will be your natural response when you make an error or if you don't have a good performance. Your ability to adjust your self-talk after a negative comment will depend on your history with negative feedback you've experienced in the past. Start small. The last thing you want to be is talking to yourself negatively because you're not changing your negative self-talk fast enough. When you've gained experience and some consistency in your positive self-talk, there's some things that will help you to make self-talk work for you. Number 1, be positive. Number 2, be honest. And number 3, be specific. There's many great positive words that you can use during your self-talk. The following is a list of some words that you can use. Perfect, well done, fabulous, amazing, beautiful, outstanding, great, brilliant, terrific, awesome, excellent, superb. If you use any negative words to talk to yourself during training or competition, try to replace those negative words with some positive ones. It won't be easy at first. You might only be able to replace the word without including specific instructions. Experiment with different situations so that you can learn to make adjustments automatically. Try it with non-sport situations as well. You'll find your new skills very useful for almost any situation. Number 2, be honest. It doesn't help to tell yourself you're doing great if you're struggling with a skill. Try to be honest about your performance so that you can move forward and improve instead of feeling better for a moment and then finding yourself having to say the same thing again because you're not getting better. An example is, if you just made a throwing error that sent the ball into the stands, crazy, but yes, I've seen it happen, instead of just saying that was a bad throw, think about your history with throwing. If this happens sometimes, you might want to say, "I'll work on this," or "Stop, focus, throw at the target." If you're a good thrower and you miss, then you could refer to the distractions that just happened and what you'll do if it happens again. This approach is much more productive. Number 3, be specific. The most common thing we hear when someone makes an error is, "Nice try," or "You'll get it next time." I don't feel that those words are really good enough. It's more useful to say something more like, "Next time, snap your wrist," or "That was a good quick release. Now look right at the target next time." It's like you're having to be your own coach. Positive specific feedback is a lot more productive than words that sound nice but are without real meaning. If you're not used to using this kind of process, you'll eventually be able to make it automatic if you consciously practice it. Self-talk is something we do all the time. Use these guidelines in your daily life and it will be even easier in softball. It does take practice, but this can become as automatic as negative self-talk. Use the self-talk section and the record sheet to become more aware of how you talk to yourself and to monitor your interactions with yourself. Learn how to change negative statements into positive ones. Always try to look for positive things even when it's hard. If you're finding it difficult, let someone know that you're having trouble, and maybe they can help you to redirect your thoughts. Remember, positive, specific feedback. Self-talk is also something that is built on what you're used to. If we're from an environment that's critical and judgmental, then we'll be the same way with ourselves. Take a look at how your skills or actions have been described by others, especially family, and you'll see how you describe your skills and actions. The key is to make your statements to yourself the way you would like to be spoken to. If you're working on softball skills, you may have some choice words if you're slacking, or you may let yourself know that you know how to do something that you're having trouble with. Use productive words, not negative words that are about you personally, and make them about your skills specifically. Take opportunities to practice positive self-talk during your day, and especially when you're on the softball field. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions about the application or your progress, be sure to contact me at coach@softballtutor.com.